guess that answers your question.
It does, man. So basically, my conclusion is Mark went full bitch mode and had another man do his bidding.
Hey,
I get it. I get it. I just wanted to make it clear for the audience. So Mark couldn't be man enough to diss Tune or have his words with him. So he
somebody
had
got an
he had
echo.
he had Daddy go do it.
Look, I talk. Hold on, somebody got a crazy echo. Everybody mute up. Everybody mute up. So the thing about it is, I talked to Top Beast and Mark last night, and like I said, the misunderstanding was that whoever went to Tune and said Mark is calling you a snitch, it was hold on, I gotta drop everybody down. I gotta drop everybody down. So whoever went over there and told Tune that Mark snitched, well, I mean Mark called him a snitch or whatever, it was misinformed. Top Beast didn't call him a snitch, but when you hear the tone that he was using, it sounded like he was alleging something. And what he was saying was, which Tune finally heard the whole conversation. What he was saying was, we want to know how you got a pardon. If you had A, B, and C going on with you in Alabama prison, it just don't sound right. But we want to know. But here's the thing, though. Mark is envious, and jealous, envious and jealous of Cartoon, and we all know that. Mark got the documentary attached to his name, which is really fucked up. And what's attached to Cartoon name is violence and gang banging, right? And Mark, it just seemed like Mark see Cartoon. He's not. He said he not a Crip no more. You know, he became a Christian. But at the time, Cartoon was the upper echelon of all Crips. And Mark looked like he just what Mark. It just seemed like Mark just um wanted the love that cartoon get. He wanted the admiration that cartoon got. And that jealousy and envy is a motherfucker. So without further ado, here go Tune.
What's up, homie?
What's going on, Tune?
You can hear me. You can hear me. You can hear me.
Yep, real good.
That's what's happening, man. How many people? How many people in the chat?
Right now it's 52, but on Facebook 103.
Good God Almighty! I don't even know how Facebook work like that, but I guess that's how I go. Anyway, man, man? Hey, man, glad to be here. Glad to pop up and get to the bottom of this. I'm with no further ado. I ain't finna be one to beat around the bush. I had seen I think your live that you had did last night with people who was on the panel. How this whole thing came about. I was doing a live the other day, and in my live, somebody had got in my live, and the people that I'm finna speak on, if they pop up in this live, please do not put them on the panel because I don't have time to be going back and forth.
Okay.
But anyway, in my live, somebody had typed in, you know how questions be coming across. Tune, Lamarck is talking about you. Now, when I first seen, I'm like, I see stuff like a lot of stuff like that all the time. I'll ask them first off if I don't know what they talking about, which I did at that time know who they were speaking on. I'm like, who is Lamarck? And you know, a couple of more questions came by, and then the question, then it popped up, who he was, the dude from Dante show and blah blah blah. And I remember, I'm like, okay, so I didn't know what about. I say, so what did it say? I say, what did he say? So then it popped up. Then eventually it popped up again. He say you snitching, you telling, he talking about you. I said, what? I said, okay. I let it go. I finished my live, and then that's when I knew. I said, let me get it, Dante. That's when I jumped in your comments and like, hey man, call me because I lost your number. I'm like, man, call me, man. Get to the bottom of this. What's going on with this thing? Because I know you and him had been having like somewhat a little back and forth. And that's when you hit me up. That's when we spoke on it yesterday. I'm like, what now? When we spoke yesterday, I ain't gonna lie, homie, I was hot as fish grease. I was coming in on 10. I was, yeah, what's up? And that's when when you explained to me what was going on, and I'm like, what? I'm like, this dude right here, I know dang well he has not jumped out his skin to put my name in his mouth on no type level. When I did the interview with you the first time about him, I went out my way to keep his business his business. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And after I did a lot, I got phone calls from different people like, Toon, man, why you spam? Why you lying for him? And blah, 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 blah. And I would explain to people, I say, homie, I'm a convict, man. Whatever he did in prison, whatever he had going on, it was far be it for me, just because I'm doing an interview on him to spread his business, when I can see plain as day, he's going out of his way to hide what he is or to hide what he did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because before I did that interview, he had never spoke on me before. So why would I just because I'm doing an interview, just throw him under the bus like that? I wasn't gonna do him like that. You know how prison, what going in prison, stay in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Until this popped up, I'm like, oh, off come the gloves. You know what I'm saying? Since you want to bring my name into something that I don't know nothing about, don't have anything to do with, because you want to clout chase, because you want to be a known entity in this social media world. Okay. I was going to do this interview today with you, and I was going to come in on 10 again. But like last night, as you know, I'm trying to change my life, man. I gave my life to God, trying to be a different person. And, I prayed about it. And a couple of people had seen a video that I put up yesterday, and they was like, Toon, man, let that go, man. That dude ain't that, blase, skippy, blase. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. And when you called me today, this how the Holy Spirit worked. When you called me today, you was even on some, hey, Toon, it ain't nothing, man. Just let it go. And I respect you for that. And I was like, you know what? I was feeling that way too. And I say, but I was going to honor what I told you yesterday about doing the interview. But then after we spoke a little bit more, this dude's name that popped up last night, Beast, whoever this is, this Beast character, a person I've never heard of, a person I've never spoke to, a person I know nothing about, period, whatsoever. It seemed like he was the originator of the skullduggery. For what reason, I don't know. But now, after listening to y'all show last night, okay, a gay porn star, that means he has female feelings and emotions going on within him. He doesn't, he don't know whether he want to be a man or a woman. Okay, that's his business. I don't give a dang what the next man do with his body behind closed doors or in front of closed doors. Ain't got nothing to do with me. But I heard little snippets and clips that the reason why he went down this path is because he had been trying to reach out to me and ask me a question about the parole system in Alabama. How did I end up getting off parole and getting my rights back? And of course, if he did reach out to me, I didn't see it, wasn't trying to see it. I have thousands and thousands of videos on YouTube. I do thousands of videos. I do not look at the comments on a lot of them. If you don't comment, if your comment is not on there the first day, I will never, ever, ever see your comment, because after the first 24 hours, I don't even go back and look at those comments anymore. If you got me on Instagram, I might look at Instagram once a month. I don't care nothing about that social media, Facebook stuff and all that crazy. I'm 61 years old, man. I have a whole lot of better things to do than run behind Facebook and Instagram, TikTok, and all the rest. I do YouTube because it pays me. Other than that, I don't get paid from that other stuff. I could care less about it. So anyway, it seems to me, after me and you conversated a little bit more, that this dude became basically a scorned person. I don't want to call him a scorned woman or a scorned man, because I don't know which way he go. But he became a scorned person because he reached out to me over and over and over. And I seen where the clips like, well, I'm a fan of cartoons, and all he had to do was answer the questions and talk to me and blah, blah, blah. Partner, listen, man, I am not obligated to talk to you, reach out to you about anything. I am not obligated to answer your questions on no level. Period. Period. You see behind me? That's a garage. My garage is the size of some people's houses. My house is over there. I'm sitting on 2-3 acres of land, man. I am living a very good life. And what you miserable people out there in the world are going through has nothing to do with me. And I will not let what y'all have going on in y'all miserable life seep into my life and drag me left or right. You know what I'm saying? Period. But as I was telling Dante, if just so happens I would have ran across him and his question about how I end up off parole, which Lamark should have been able to answer that himself since he was in the Alabama prison system. He should have been able to answer that. And that's why I fought him too, because as I understand, whatever this dude Beast had said was said on Lamark's platform, and Lamark did not straighten it out or did not put some blinders up on it. Hey. He let it ride. So therefore, by proxy, you are just as guilty to me as this Beast person, straight up. So, as far as that question goes, now I'm gonna answer that question because we here, not because I feel I owe you a question. But now, if you wanted to know about the Alabama parole system, Mark, like I say, Mark should have told you. But when you get out on parole on a life sentence in Alabama, you are eligible for a pardon after you've been out of prison for 5 years.
Wait, hold on. Before you go in with that explanation right there, listen to this, because this is where everything originated for.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I got questions outside of that too, Sick or Smooth, because a lot of things don't make sense.
Hold on one second.
I'm saying the TLP, the Crip. That's all I'm saying. Former Crip, former game banger. I'm telling y'all, there's some questions that need to be asked. How in the hell is you got all your whatchamacallits back? Nah, I shouldn't go there. Nah, when the fuck they ever stop me? I ain't never scared of no nigga. Let me put it like this. And I'm gonna bring up the question to all of y'all niggas. Shout out to Mr. LSU when I said this. How the hell you rob a jewelry store at gunpoint, go to prison, not only get parole while you was active in prison, you was doing all this shit in the Alabama prison system, you was a gang leader. But you get out on parole and get your fucking rights back? Some of this don't sound right.
So that's what that was about right there. And that's why I said, when he said that, I told Mark and him, I said, Mark, you should have stopped him once that. And I said, it's the tone, because he was like, no, Dante, I'm a fan of Tune. I said, you didn't sound like a fan how you said that. Do that sound like a fan? Did that sound like I want some understanding? Nah, that sounds exactly what it sounds like.
Like you said, that sounds like somebody who's a fan, and because he couldn't get my attention, decided to turn bitter and act like a scorned woman. Yeah. So anyway, now he's taken on what I did in prison. Gang leader. Me being a gang leader and me cutting up in the Alabama State Prison has nothing to do with being on parole. What I did in prison is what I did in prison, person. That don't have no bearing on what the parole board bases if they gonna give you a pardon or not. Are you dumb or what? So anyway, when you get out parole, when you get out of prison off a life sentence and you on parole, after you have done 5 years, you are eligible to be put in for a pardon. It's up to your parole officer to put you in. Once they put you in for a pardon, it's up to the parole board in Montgomery, Alabama, to say yay or nay. When I got out prison on parole, my first 5 years was exemplary. Never had a dirty urine, didn't get into nothing. So just because I was acting a fool in prison don't mean I was acting a fool on the streets, boy. So then turn around, me and my parole officer, we were very cool. He was a very cool individual, and he had been begging me to go ahead and pay my last little bit, which was $500 for my court costs. And I've been like, okay. Because to tell you the truth, at the time, I wasn't even tripping on getting off parole because my parole was so smooth. It was like I wasn't even on parole. But as time went on, after about 6 years passed, my parole officer came to me. He said, look, I'm getting ready to retire. I need for you to go ahead and do this so I can go ahead and get you off parole before I retire. I was like, you getting ready to go? He like, yeah, I'm getting ready to go, man. And me and the dude was so cool. I was like, dang. I'm like, all right, cool. Went on and paid the $500 court costs. He put me in for a pardon. He gave me a very exemplary, I'm talking about a shining stellar star report. That's what it's going to be based on, the report that your parole officer puts in for you. I don't catch dirty urines because I don't do drugs, don't, drinking and all that old crazy stuff. Never got into no problems since I've been out. Paid all my court costs up, did everything I was supposed to do. And with me being cool with him, he gave me a very stellar report. Even after they give you a good report or bad report, whatever type of report they're going to give you, it still takes a whole year before your hearing is going to come up. So when he put me in, it took me a year. By the time I went to my hearing, he had already retired. I had another parole officer, and he was kind of cool too. But anyway, I went to my hearing. They went through the hoops and jumps and turns around. They talked. You got to stand up and, you know what I'm saying, talk and blah, blah, blah. It'd be a lot of other people in there that's going up for pardons. It'd be a lot of other people in there that's there for their family members' parole hearings. They going to take a recess. They going to come back after lunch, and then they'll start giving people their decisions. Got to me. He said they granted me my parole thing to be, I lost my train of thought. Well, they granted me it. Now, this dude was asking something about guns or something like that. When I got my rights back, to vote. I'm still a felon. On parole or off parole, I still cannot carry a gun. If I would have got caught with a gun while I was on parole, even after I got my pardon, I still would have went back to prison. So where do you get this fantasy world stuff from? I still cannot be caught with a weapon. Even right today, even though I've been off parole for some years, I still cannot get caught with a weapon. I don't carry them. I don't have them. When you had those questions, Lamark should have been able to answer that for you. But because of his hidden hate, his hidden animosity, and his hidden jealousy, he opted to let you go on down that street that lead to nothing but a dead end for you. You know what I'm saying? He should have been able to tell you how that goes. I understand you don't understand how the parole system in Alabama works. I don't know where you from, but as far as I understand, you're not from Alabama. So you don't know how it works, but that's how it works out here. It's not nothing nefarious. It's not nothing ooh-wee. I got a lot of partners that I kick it with and see all the time that have gotten off parole and have gotten a pardon. So where you get all this, something's weird, something don't sound right from, you sound retarded and stupid. You sound like somebody who has something in their past that they want to cover up, or misery loves company, or either you just clout chasing. If that's what you're doing, hey, partner, I'm the wrong one to latch on to for that, because I could care less about you. I don't know you. I don't care to know you. If you that thirsty for clout, hey man, set your hair on fire and run down the freeway butt naked. You're gonna get all the clout you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? I can't get you no clout because I don't do the back and forth. I don't do any of that. In fact, after the video that I'm making right now, and I'm only doing it because my partner Dante, I told him that I would come on. You can turn around and make 5 million videos. I will never speak to you again. I will never speak of you again. I will never speak about you again. There's no need to try to reach out to me to apologize. There's no need to try to reach out to me to continue to rah, rah, rah. I don't care. I have a whole lot of things going on in my life that supersedes me worrying about if you're upset because I didn't talk to you, if you're upset because you do not understand the Alabama parole system. I don't care what you think. I could care less.
You know what?
Now, hold on. Now, let me move over to this Lamark character.
Wait, you should listen to this before you get to Mark, though.
Come on.
This is the other part of it.
Not to you. I've been disrespectful to them other pussies because they've been disrespectful to me. I ain't never been disrespectful to you. So for you to come out and like that's like one of the first things you. So I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, so that's how he feel. Damn, I didn't know that. But maybe that's the reason why you respond to the king. But before you left the Crip gang, Top Beast was hitting you up repeatedly. And he said that
so let me speak on that.
No, let me finish.
I'm gonna speak on that because see, I don't want to get misconstrued. You're right. I was the one hitting his ass up. I was the one that basically in his comments like, hey, Mark want to holler at you. He want to do some content with you. He wanted to talk about Alabama prison system with you because y'all two motherfuckers the biggest Alabama prison superstars on the internet. That was me being respectful. You looked at my comment and skipped my comment to like somebody else's shit.
Oh, he didn't like your shit?
Hell no. He didn't even respond to me, which is cool.
Okay.
But go ahead, Mark, do your thing. I just had to say that.
I thought he did respond.
No.
That's what it comes down to. Jealousy, a disgruntled fan. Disgruntled.
Yeah, he's saying, yeah, I'm tripping on that. That sound like to me like me argue with one of my exes and she mad because I didn't answer her phone call or something. Like I said before, never heard of this beast cat, period. I don't even know nothing about his comments or none about that, period. I don't care about them comments after the first 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? And if he was jumping in one of my lives and he was putting comments up, sometimes them comments go so fast that I can't catch them all, period. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna lose not 1 wink of sleep because I didn't respond to somebody's comment or because I didn't catch one of their comments. They the ones that are upset about that, feeling some type way because they was beckoning and calling for my attention and they couldn't get it. So therefore, like I say, why would I have anything against this beast character? I don't know him. As far as Lamark went, like I say, I did the interview on him and I held my tongue. He should have known that. He should have known the same, like Reva, the person, man, I know Reva real well. Dude, if he think Reva ain't never brought his name up in the past about stuff, if he think his name ain't never came up in that system about all the stuff that he was doing, I could have broke it down in 50 million ways. I did 23 years straight in the system. I know how it goes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be around gay people every day, all day. And they talk like a dude said on your channel last night. They will run their mouth to other people that's not in that type game. They will run their mouth and tell you about those that are in the game, you know, those that are doing whatever they're doing. So therefore, you know, hey, man, but like I say, I keep it gangster. I tried to. I didn't throw him under the bus, didn't say anything about him. But the thing is, now that the cat's out the bag, man, you need to go ahead and be who you are. Live your truth, man. Stop running around trying to prove stuff to people who don't even know you. Stop running around trying to prove stuff to people who don't care nothing about you. If you were gay in prison, then you were gay in prison. So what? Who cares? If you so worried about it, get off the internet and go live your life. If you worried about people that are going to look at you a certain type way where you live, then pack your bags and move to another town. but get off of this internet constantly trying to defend what you was about when everybody and their mama see through it, man. I ain't got nothing against you. I know how I go. Whatever you was doing, that's what you did. It got nothing to do with me, period. But stop trying to defend it because you ain't doing nothing but making yourself look more weaker, more guilty, more weaker, and more guilty. Okay, you came to prison as a young man. You was in prison. You got caught up in that gay stuff. The freaking you came out. And so you lived your truth. You was in there doing what you do. Now you out of prison. It's 100 years later. You don't like that image. Well, stop putting yourself in front of the limelight and stop letting the light be shined on you, because when people hear your name, when people see you, that's all they gonna equate you as, a freak from prison. Get off the internet and stop talking about it. Stop trying to defend it. You know what I'm saying? If you ashamed of it, you shouldn't have did it. Simple as that, man. And as far as me, you saying that I shot shots at you because I called you a sissy or whatever. My thing is, okay, you got hit by friendly fire. If this beast cat is the one who initiated all of this, I still say because you allowed him to do it on your platform and you didn't straighten it out, then therefore you are complicit with it, young man. Simple as that. They say your health bad. They say you're going through some stuff. I ain't got nothing to do for that, homie. I can't do nothing but pray for you and hope God touch your heart and change your mind. But the thing is, stop looking for man to forgive you for what you've done in the past. Look to God to forgive you, homie. Once God forgives you, what man talking about ain't nothing. That's the best I can tell you, man. That is the best I can tell you.
And you know the thing about it too, Toon, Top Beast, this ain't no shot at the gay community. They can do what they do, but when you got a zesty ass, thirsty dude like that, and he's in Mark, because Mark is a dummy. I'm just gonna just flat out, Mark is a dumb dude. He's a really dumb guy. And when you got this clout chaser behind you telling, just like it's some things that he did recently that I'm like, why he apologized to a guy that been on his neck. And when he apologized, everybody's like, what the hell wrong with you? Who is managing this guy? Why would you do that? And so it took for me to jump on his live, even though me and Mark is at odds for business reasons. Me and him is at odds. So I get over there and I'm like, yo, what the hell is you doing? And he like, I only apologize because A, B, C, and D, but him apologizing threw a lot of other cats that was rocking with him under the bus and him being disloyal. So then he eventually said, okay, I see the error of my ways. I apologize. I messed up. And now I'm like, yo, your manager right there, while he worried about Cartoon, why he ain't managing you? Why didn't he tell you that's a bad look? Why would that make you look weak, Mark? And he go, well, I did try to tell him, but he don't never listen to me. But I'm like, okay, but what about this Cartoon shit? Because Toon is a Christian now. He don't need to be in this shit. He's still growing as a Christian. You want to get on here and try to push this line and try to fake like, oh, I just wanted to know my tone was good. I just wanted to know because I'm a fan of Tone. I'm a fan of Toon. I just wanted to know how did he get parole, because all of us want to know. And I'm like, who was all of us? Because I never heard of that. I never heard of that. And I said the way that you said that, you was like trying to like you tried, like you was fishing, like you were trying to put some allegations on him. He was like, I wasn't trying to put no allegations on him. I'm just saying we all want to know how did he get that? How did he get his gun rights? And I'm like, who said he got his gun rights? That's when I went into that spiel, like, okay, let's say that was, even if we talked about that, I'm a felon, you a felon, we are felons. Why are you coming out on national really TV? Because YouTube is the new TV. Why you coming out putting him in a predicament like that when all of us felons, and you're going to ask a silly ass question like that, and then Mark knowing better, but Mark sanctioned the shit, let you do it. And that's why I was like, Nah, man. And then he was like, well, I'm just a fan. Like, man, cut it out. We know the game. Mark sat there.
Let me show you something, homie. Both of them two cats remind me of two little kids that's at the zoo. Now, when you see little kids at the zoo and you take them into the primate area where they got all the monkeys and gorillas and all this and stuff, when you see the big giant gorilla behind the glass, they'll walk up on that glass and look at it. They'll still be a little afraid, but they'll walk up on it and they'll look at it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if that glass is not there, will they still walk up on that gorilla and look at it? No, they won't. That's the same thing with me. They through this internet, because I probably will never see them if as long as they don't force my hand, they want to play games on this internet with the gorilla. If we were in each other's faces, it would not be this, not whatsoever. See, the prison yards that I walked on when I was in Alabama, Lamark didn't walk on them prison yards. He walked on them lower level prison yards. And I've been to Easterland and I've been to Limestone. But that was when my points were so low and I was getting ready to go home. When I was doing my bid, I did nothing but St. Clair, Holman, and West Jefferson, the killer camps, where Lamark could not have come or did not come. You feel what I'm saying? And if he would have ever been on the same yard with me in prison, he would not have even batted an eyelash at me, especially with him being in blood. Because like I say, when I was in prison, I was on that gang stuff. Unless you was real cool, you know what I'm saying? So he would not have spoke out his mouth sideways to me, looked at me, said anything ill, nothing toward me. So why wait till you out here on these streets and you thousands of miles away from me or hundreds and turn into the big bad wolf? When I've done nothing to you, I've said nothing about you. I kept my mouth shut on who and whatever you are. So therefore, you are in the wrong, Mark, not me. Not me. And like I say, even if it was Beast who pumped you up, or if it was Beast who was the one running his mouth, you should have checked him. If you had all this so much respect for me that you say you have, you do not have respect for me. You have hidden hate toward me. You have hidden jealousy toward me. You have hidden envy toward me. But hey, we human. Humans have deficiencies. And so those must be your deficiencies. Hey, brother, I can't do nothing but pray for you, man. But please let this be our last interaction. Please let this be our last interaction. I don't know if you down there in Montgomery or you in Opelika or whatever part of little Alabama you in. Please let this be our last interaction, because do not force my hand to take a trip. I do not feel like it. I told you I'm a Christian now. But I always tell people all the time, one of the problems that God is still working on me with is turning the other cheek. I have a problem with turning the other cheek, my friend. And if you transgress against me, I'm not finna sit here and say 100% I'm going to turn the other cheek or accept that mess. Keep my name out your mouth the same way I'm going to keep your name out my mouth. Simple as that.
And to be clear, so too, because some people going to say, oh, Dante always getting something started. Could you explain to them how I even got into this?
I reached out to you. Because when I did reach out to you, you did express to me that this is some stuff that you could have been pulled my coattail about, but you opted to stay out of it, not to be messy. And I'm like, what? Like I say, a person in my comments on my live is what brought all this to par. And I reached out to you like, hey, man, get at me, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I know if I holler at you, I'd be able to probably reach this Lamarck cat. So, yeah, for those who think that Dante started this, no, he didn't. I reached out to him.
Mm-hmm. And what did I try to do this morning? Well, a couple hours ago.
Just before we wasn't even going to do this live at first, because he called me again and he was like, man, Toon, you know what? It ain't even worth going over, man. It ain't even worth talking about. It ain't even worth going into. He said, let's not even just do it live. Let's just let it go. And I had told him, you know what I'm saying, after I prayed about it, I was like leaning toward that myself, to just let it go, man. Whatever them dudes talk about, let them talk about it. I could care less. But then after I went to explain it to him about how the parole thing goes, he said, well, look, we can go in there and just explain that, how the parole thing go, because I did tell him, look, if I would have seen this Beast Cat's question, and he had a question to me, which is a legit question about the parole system. That's a legit question. I'm not mad at him about that. If I would have seen it and latched onto it, I probably would have answered it for him because it's a legit question. I just missed it. Whoop-de-doo for my Subaru. You know what I'm saying? And so when I explained that to Dante, he was like, okay, well, we can go in there and you can just explain that little bit. And that's all it is. This not no smear campaign. I do not want to smear nobody's name. That's how come I do not want to go into detail about any nefarious activities that took place behind them walls. I don't care. That's him. You know what I'm saying? He got to live his own truth. And just, hey, I'm gonna go left and they can go right.
Do you want to answer some questions from the audience?
Yeah. I can't see the questions with these glasses. You can ask me the questions and I'll answer them to the best of my ability.
Okay. If y'all got any questions for Toon, let me know. Somebody said Mark needs to apologize to Toon immediately. Toon, how does a man who likes men such as Mark become the leader of a set?
For one, he was never the leader of no set, no none of that. I don't know why he's claiming that fame. That's not gonna happen. But now I will tell you, the Alabama prison system is a cold system, y'all. Believe it or not, homosexuality to a point is accepted in the Alabama prison system. You can be part of a gang, you can be part of whatever, you can be a tough guy and still be involved with homosexuality as long as you're not the one that's playing the girl role. If you playing the dude role, then you are still accepted in the Alabama prison system.
Another question is, Toon, you was there. What was the allegations about him and Reva?
For y'all would have to know Reva. Y'all would have to know Reva. Like I said, I really don't want to go in on this dude. You feel what I'm saying? I really don't want to go in on it.
They flooding in. They just keep saying.
Just put it like this here. Dealing with Reva on any type gay level, it's gonna be some pitching and catching. That's how Reva get out. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna stick something in Reva gonna stick something in you. That's how that little dude was.
They saying, let me see what they say, because I'm reading off Facebook too. So is Mark gay? Yes or no?
Yeah, he's gay.
I know this is a stupid question. I'm damn sure I ain't gonna answer that. So okay, so I got a couple questions. If you don't want to answer,
let me expound on that question. When I said yes, I just said yes to just get the flat line. Now what they're trying to ask me is he gay in the way that, he's putting something in his behind or his mouth? That's what they really asking me. Is he that type of gay? And when I'm saying yes, I'm not saying yes to that part of it. I'm saying yes because anytime two men indulge in a sexual act, that is gay. Whether you playing the the girl role, or whether you playing the man role. If you engage in a homosexual act with another man, you are gay.
What was the allegations that you heard about him in the system that for you to say that?
See, that's now. See, we moving over into now. If that question would have been asked to me yesterday, I'd have went in on 10. But like I say, today I have what I'm saying. Y'all know what's going on. I don't want to go in on him like that. I've said enough. If you ask me, was he gay? And I said yes, then all the stuff that you've been hearing, then there it is there. It's just like the dude Youngblood that was on your channel last night. Youngblood was right there with him in Easterland. And he said everything that he seen Lamark do. So there it is there. Now, me coming back around saying it again, I guess what that solidifies as a stamped it for you. You asked me, was he gay? And I told you yes. So whatever else you want to throw in there on that, I'm gonna let you throw it in there on that.
Yep. So like this person, just because we may never have this chance again, we don't need details. We just want to know, was he a bandit? Yes or no?
Yes.
Well, there it is, y'all. It ain't really nothing else to say. And like he said earlier, Mark, just live your truth. Just live your truth. And for those that might just be tuning in from a year ago, yo, Dante, why do you got Tune on here? I thought you was representing Mark. This is the thing. When Mark first contacted me, I knew that when he first contacted, he kept blowing my phone up. He said this too. It was around 10 o'clock at night. I answered the phone. He said, hey, my name is Lamark Moore, and do you know who I am? I'm like, no, who are you? He said, type in turned out sexual assault, and I'm Lamark Moore. So I said, okay, give me a minute. I'm going to call you back. So then I looked at it, and then I called my wife in here, and she was like, what's up? I said, look at this right quick. And I went to the part where he was talking about greasing the dude up and stuff. And she was like, what the hell did he want? I was like, I don't know. I don't know what he want. So she was like, all right, well, just be careful. So she left out, and I called him back. I said, okay, yeah, I seen it. What's up? He was like, man, listen, I want to come out and tell my truth. I wanted to, because that documentary painted me in a bad light, and I just want to tell my truth and get my side of the story out.
He painted himself in a bad light on that documentary. Young dude, like I say, young dude come to prison, got caught up in that fruit bat mess, and was doing what he do. Like I've seen thousands of others in the Alabama prison system do. Man, I've seen them dudes come to prison. They ain't been in prison 6 months, and they call it the game. They done already jumped in the game. I'm like, dang, homie, how long you been locked up? 6 months, and you already in the game? You know what I'm saying? That tells me a lot of time them dudes was in the game on the streets. You know what I'm saying? But or either they just got a hidden super freak in them and they didn't know it. But the thing is, like I said, man, he need to live his truth. Stop running around trying to vindicate himself. You did the video. You told exactly what you was about on that video, man. You can't make that. The details that you went into and the passion that you had when you made that video, you can't make that up. And you talk about they told you to say it. No, they did not. They did not tell you to say spit. You said what you was about. So live it and stop crying about it. Now that here it is 20, 30 years later, you want to try to be somebody else. No, it don't work like that. What's done in the dark comes to the light, homie. Just be who you are. And if whatever little town you live in, like I say, if they mad at you or they looking at you, pack your bags and move. But stop jumping on this internet, talk about I didn't do this, didn't do that. You make yourself look dumb. People can see when you talking that you lying. Ain't nobody dumb but you. So stop doing that. Stay off the internet. Go get you a job at McDonald's or Burger King and taking out the trash or whatever, and just keep your head low and go live your life, boy.
I'm gonna throw some names out and let me know if anything come to mind. Big Ox.
Didn't know him.
Okay. PP.
Didn't know him.
Mendenhall.
One of them little girls.
Yeah. Did you ever see him or ran across him in there? Okay. Reva, of course you know about Reva. Jerry Gaskins.
No, not that I can recall.
Terry Little.
That name sounds familiar. I'd have to see the face on that one.
Okay. Queen Dorothy.
No.
Too many people. Listen, y'all, I'm doing an interview. Do not call the phone. If you got a question, put the question in the comment section. Please stop calling the phones. Okay. So, in your opinion, why do you think Mark came out now with last year?
I don't know. I really don't know, man. I couldn't tell you because, like I say, I seen the dude on your live last night said that he had never even heard of Mark before all this stuff came up right here. You say a lot of this stuff happened before he was even born. I think he was one of them little fruit bats too. And so, you know, so, you know, why he put it, that's what I'm saying, why he put himself in the spotlight, I don't know. Like I say, it might be people in the town that he's from, allegations might have came up, people been whispering, and you know what I'm saying, his conscience is eating him up. So he took to social media to try to clear his name, and it backfired. You're not clearing your name. You're making your name even more muddier. Stop it. Just get off of social media. You're not making no money from it. I'm trying to figure out what the heck does he have a manager for? What do you got a manager for what?
I don't know.
Man, please get off of social media. You have no business having a manager for nothing, man. And from what it looked like last night, from what I was seeing, it's some more going on in managing. They say this man just met you, and y'all eating candlelight chicken dinners, and he crying over you because you in the hospital. And so, you know what I'm saying? So whatever you and him got going on, hey man, y'all just hold hands, kick cans, and skip off into the sunset, man. Leave people alone.
Yeah, because Top Beast is a clock. Like I told Top Beast, Ian Mark, I said, listen, it don't matter what Top Beast say. If Mark sit there, because Mark, you have the name. Top Beast is a nobody, and he done attached himself to you. I said, anything that come out of Top Beast's mouth towards somebody off of your platform, they gonna dismiss Top Beast and put it on you because you sanction it. You know, you can easily say, hey, don't do that. And that's why, and for people that really want to know why I got it, if Toon did, because I didn't know that this video was a month old that he said this. I didn't even know that because I'm like, I go over there when Toon telling me, I'm like, what is he talking about? And I'm looking, I'm like, I can't find it. And then afterwards, I made some calls and they like, yo, this is, yeah, he did call Toon a snitch. But I'm looking, I'm like, where did Mark call him a snitch? I don't see it. And then, but I'm listening to the conversation and I'm like, oh, okay, Top Beast was alleging something. But then later on, he wanted to clear it up and say, oh, I'm a fan. And I just want to know, like everybody else, who else want to know? Who? So we've seen through
and
that.
See, and that's another thing I found out about Alabama, man. You know, in Alabama, snitching is a national pastime. They are telling each other like 90 going north. Don't care nothing about telling on each other. I done been on the yard where dudes got life sentences and they done told on each other and they both on the yard eating cookies and drinking sodas together. Like they didn't get each other life sentence. They tell so quick out here on any little thing. I'm talking about like even in the prison system, you know, for instance, like if you get caught with a fight or something, a knife or whatever, you get into an altercation, like in the California prison system, they gonna write you up for it. When you go to your disciplinary hearing, they gonna ask you, do you have anything to say? And it's gonna have a section down there for whatever you said. When your paperwork come back, that section better be empty. You bet not have had nothing to say. Whatever you police seen, whatever y'all wrote up, that's on y'all. I ain't got nothing to say. That's how Cali get out. In Alabama, man, shoot, they got a whole page. They tell he hit me first. He tried to stab me. He did it. They just run their goddamn mouth, man. And so the level of telling out here is clean through the roof, man. Clean through the roof. So, but what this dude Mark is going through, as far as this beast dude talk about some telling type stuff, they don't take it serious. That's a word that they have just throw around like it's legal. Man, listen. Boy, look here. I am not from here, man. That's where I'm from. That snitching and telling type stuff will get your head put somewhere in somebody's backyard. You feel what I'm saying? And you couldn't have offered Beast or this Mark Cat to in my face mention my name and the word snitch in the same sentence. They couldn't have did it, man. You wouldn't have did it. You wouldn't have did it. You couldn't have did it. And they know this. And they know this, man. I can't hear you.
The thing about Top Beast, right? he claimed that he's a former Crip. That's what he claimed.
He's a what?
He claimed that he's a former Crip from Texas. He claims.
Hold up. Pump the brakes. He claimed he's I thought he was a gay porn star.
Ex-gay porn star.
Man, look, man, this clown need to go sit down somewhere in the back of the class. He like that, what's that dude that was on social media last year before last, talking about he was a Crip out of Texas, all on these platforms, Woolrich or whatever. That sound like
from Texas. They come from Texas.
Yeah, I see that. I see that now. That's some of that dumb stuff. He ain't the former anything. I mean, you know, like I say, it's 2026, homie. People can claim to be what they want to be and say what they want to say. This the internet, that you know, and the internet is undefeated. Whatever person want to say they are, they can turn into Superman, the Martian Manhunter, Wonder Woman. They can be and say whatever they want to say on this internet, man. At the end of the day, who cares? You know, who cares?
You know what's funny? Something just coming to me. He probably take the video down after I see this. Him going after you, he did it to me too. He had a video out, Dante, I was your biggest fan. Why did you do me like that? And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Dante, man, that's messed up. I'm disappointed in you. I'm so disappointed in you. I was your biggest fan, and you're gonna disrespect me. I'm like, I don't. These top beasts. He's just a disgruntled fan. He's very disgruntled.
Hey man, he's like a scorned female.
Yeah. And then Mark, like I said, Mark just remind me of just like a little child.
I was trying to get my cat. I was gonna put my cat on screen. Everybody know I love my cat, man. You know.
And you know, they done dubbed Mark name Moo Moo. Mark name is Moo Moo. It's like a homosexual reference now. Like,
hold on, his name is Moo Moo.
Yeah, they call him Moo Moo. See,
where that come from?
I don't know, man. Let me update you about what happened to Mark. That's why I threw out names like Big Ox. So, you know, when you in prison and you just get on the phone all day and it's called random numbers to somebody pick up. You know what that's called?
What?
I think it's called pirating or fishing. When you just get on the phone, just keep calling random numbers to a random person pick up, and you start talking to them.
Oh, okay.
So that's what Big Ox taught Mark at the end of his bed. So what they would do, and that's why I brought up Big Ox, because Mark fucked them over real bad. And this is showing that Mark has no loyalty to nobody. So Big Ox teach him how to, you know, get on the phone, call all these random numbers to talk to females so they can send money in to him or whatever. So he ended up getting Mark hooked up with this white woman that was in Denver, Colorado, I believe. So when Mark got out, she sent him a bus ticket and he went up there. He started cheating on her and shit like that. So she put his ass out. So he was homeless out there. So he get back in contact with Big Ox. And Big Ox like, listen, I know a guy that's down here, and what we done found out that he's a homosexual. This dude named Chris Burgess, something like that. And Big Ox got them together, and Mark done moved in with him. And what I found out, Mark been house sitting at this guy's house for the last 10 years. And Chris Burgess would go like to Europe, he'll go to Spain and all these countries and leave Mark there for a long time. So that's Mark's setup. Now, what happened also is that Mark, when I was doing these interviews with Mark, a lot of shit just started coming out. Just like it was a gay guy that was in Mark's house, right? And the dude was like, don't put me on that camera. Don't put me on that camera. And Mark was like, you ain't on the camera. You ain't on the camera. I'm not putting you on the camera. So then I was about to end the live because I'm like, oh, shit, something just happened. But I knew the audience was going to kill me. Like, why you end the live? What you trying to cover up, right? And when Mark got back on the live, I was like, hey, Mark, you got to tell us, who is that? What happened? And he was like, oh, that was my business partner. We opening up a bakery, right?
Yeah, they opened up a bakery, all right. They sure are opening a bakery.
Yeah, so
He cooking buns.
We want to know where's the story at, Mark? But that's another thing. Then he go show us his shoe collection, right? He go to his room and he show us his shoe collection. Now I understand somebody might want to wear purple or pink here and there, but it's rare. But the way that he had his shoes lined up, it was like the rainbow, like he intentionally wanted us to see something subliminally. I'm like, Mark, it's okay that you got this, these pink shoes or whatever, but why you got it like that? It's just weird. So he was like, man, I just like different colors. What's wrong with that? And then he showed up with this. Now, let me ask you something, Tone. Mark, he shows up online and he's drinking out this horseshoe that's pink, right? A horseshoe that's pink. And we like, yo, Mark, what's up with that? He like, oh, I was at Dollar Tree and it looked unique to me. It was very unique to me. But the way that he said it, we like, fuck you mean unique? So,
right.
So the science is there. It's like,
listen, man, it's a lot of them dudes. It's dudes, listen, man. It's dudes that I seen in the streets right here in Birmingham, Alabama, since I've been out. That was a certain way in prison. And they took that, and it was so deep embedded in them. They take that lifestyle home to the streets with them. Mm-hmm. They take that lifestyle. Perfect example. People, if anybody been following me for a minute, my wife, before my wife I got right now, the woman that I was married to about 8-9 years when I was in prison, her son, now she had 2 sons that was in prison with me. One of them passed away and one of them got out. But the one that got out, he was involved. Yeah, he was with the Fruit Bat Mafia. He was one of them. And he got out and brought that same lifestyle home with him. Living with a man, moved in with a man. First thing they go find a little white boy or something, they move in with him. Yeah. That's what they do, man. And
that's what he did. That's what he did.
Yeah, and that yeah.
Oh, no, wait a minute, Toon. I forgot to mention this. There's a CEO that reached out to me a couple nights ago. And he was like, hey, Dante, it wasn't just the shit he was doing at Limestone, at Easterly. He was really turning up. The CEO told me that he had to go in the cell and pour Mark up out of a man.
I heard you say that last night.
Yeah, pull him up out. And the reason why, here's the thing. I said the first thing Mark is going to say is, where's the write-up? Where's the paperwork? The CEO said, like the Reefer incident. Well, Mark was snitching again.
Listen,
Reefer.
man, hold on. Let me show you something. That stuff about that lame excuse, man. He need to get off the internet with them excuses, man. Man, 80% of the homosexuality that goes on within the Alabama prison system does not get wrote up because it's the norm. It's regular. When I got kicked out, I left a prison called St. Clair in 99, 2000. That's a maximum security prison. They shipped me to West Jefferson, the highest maximum security prison they got in Alabama. When I first got there, they put me in lockup. After a couple of days, they brought me to the captain's office. And you know what the captain said to me? He said, listen, let me tell you something. I know you don't like boys. That's what they call the gays. And no, you don't like them because I caught an assault when I was in St. Clair. And I told this story on YouTube. I caught assault when I was in St. Clair on one because he said hi to me. Don't talk to me. What you saying hi to me for? Damn. Caught assault. Okay. When I got to West Jefferson is the most gayest prison that you're going to ever go to in the state of Alabama. When I got there, the captain told me if I put my hands on one of these boys, he going to lock me up so fast that I won't know what dinner tastes like. The runners for the sergeants, boys. The runners for the warden, boys. The runners for the captain, boys. The runners for the police in the block, boys. The sissies got all the power. They had all the power. And it was so prevalent in the Alabama system They don't write half that stuff up, man. They be having them the domestic disputes, and man, the police don't do nothing but break them up and send you over there. Most of that stuff don't even get wrote up because it's the norm. They used to it. They want it to go on. That's why they took all the freak books out of the Alabama prison system. You can't even have a freak book, a butt naked book. The commissioner did that, and they promote homosexuality in Alabama prison. They promote it. When I tell you they promote it, they promote it. Let me show you something. Let something happen and go wrong. I seen Youngblood say it last night, and he told you the god awful truth. Like for instance, like a knife come up missing out the kitchen, and they can't find it. They send all the kitchen workers back. They gonna go to every block and tell them, look, y'all got 1 hour to come up with that knife, or we locking all the sissies up. Man, what? 1 hour? It ain't gonna be 5 minutes. They finna what? Because that is the most important thing in the Alabama system. It used to, man, it go between phones and the gays. It's like this here. And the police promoted, man, you can get in the fights and all that old crazy stuff. They not finna write it up. So when he jump up here and talk about where's the write-up, man, sit your bust behind down, man. Fool, man, anybody been to the system, see through that mess. You don't get no write-up for half that stuff y'all be doing.
Yeah. And the CEO, he supposed to be coming on later on this week. And he said he put Mark on full blast. He said he been watching this, and he was like, nah, man, this dude just getting out of control. And then Mark trying to be like this black activist, like he trying to be Malcolm X now or some shit, some weird shit going on.
Man, Malcolm X, the Angela Davis, anyway, he need to just, that's what I'm saying. He bringing all this on himself by keep on putting himself in the limelight. Man, don't nobody want to hear what you talking about. Don't nobody care what you talking about. Go sit down, man. Just get out. Just get off of social media. Clout chasing, looking to be something. Like I say, if you that hungry for clout, go on the freeway, set your hair on fire, and just run butt naked down the freeway. You gonna get you some clout.
So one of the biggest questions that nobody can't understand this. Okay, to be real, Marcus Fruity, when you heard him talk, you knew dude was a rainbow on fire, right? Was there a real Crenshaw set in Alabama, or did Mark make that up?
No, there is no, as far as Crenshaw Mafia go, there's no certain area where they all congregate at. These dudes, they just pick and choose what LA set they want to claim. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's no place in Alabama where you can go like to these projects or to this neighborhood over there, and everybody claiming Crenshaw Mafia. No, man. It's so mixed up in Alabama, man. You can go into projects. You got Crips, Bloods, and Disciples all up in the projects claiming all type of stuff, but they all run together in the same project, man.
Yeah, because the CEO told me, which he gonna say again, the CEO told me that Mark was a part of a gang already. He wasn't blood, he was something else, and they whooped him out, and then that's when he started claiming blood. But he was like, the CEO was like, the funny thing about it, now to think about it, that shit came from Boys in the Hood with Ricky them, the Crenshaw Mafia. So they said Mark just took that name and just ran with it.
And stuff like that be happening, or whoever these dudes are that jumped on him, and one of them might have been claiming that. And so since they the one jumped on him, they just said, okay, now this what you are too. That's how they do it out here.
Yeah, Mark got a lot of skeletons, man. The CEO that's coming out, it's heavy, man. He told me some shit, and I'm like, I don't know if I really want to put this out. But he was like, man, Dante, I'm tired of this dude, man. This dude is a fraud, and he need to be exposed. And he was like, yo, he told me some real terror shit. Like I'm trying to. He like, Dante, listen, Mark going to tell you where's the paperwork at, where's the write up at, where the disciplinary. And Dante, we wasn't writing that shit up. We like,
hold on. What did he tell you? They wasn't writing it. Then I tell you, they don't write that up. Because it happens every day. Every day. You gonna see it every day. I done been locked up in a whole lot of different prison systems. I've been locked up in a whole lot of different jails around the United States, all over. You won't find a more gayer prison system than the Alabama prison system. You won't. That is their main pastime. Look at some of the stories. I've been on this social media 4-5 years now. I done told which you already know, I've told hundreds of stories about some of the gay stuff that happened in prison. How you think I could tell them stories? Because I've seen it every day. Every day. It's what it is. I'm talking about dudes, man. You got dudes, man, they be so in love with each other that I know this dude right here, scary as I don't know what. You can slap him in the head, he gonna do nothing. But he might have a little old girlfriend. Go do something to that boy. And he finna turn into the Hulk. He finna, what? I didn't know he had that in him. What? Yeah. They love each. I'm talking about, man, I done seen it where they won't go home. Go catch a case on purpose. Now, I ain't going home. I don't want to leave him.
That sounds like Mark. You know, there's a theory out there of why Mark even came out. And the theory goes that JG, which was the other culprit that was in there, he passed away. Mendenhall, which was his victim, passed away. There was a guy by the name of Hips, Charles Allen Hips. Well, he's a drug addict and he was compromised, so we really couldn't take his word. All the key players of that documentary either passed away or done moved away. And that's the theory that why Mark came out, because he felt like nobody was going to speak out against him.
But I mean, hey, if that's what he did, I guess, I don't know. I still don't understand why would he even take a chance on putting himself on blast like that when he should have just went off into the sunset. Just went off into the sunset.
He originally told me, you know, after he was getting some heat, he was saying like, well, I did it because he was dating some girl or whatever, and she just stopped like dealing with him, and he ran into her like some months later. Was like, yo, what happened? And she was like, man, I seen that documentary. And he was like, man, this is some bullshit. And then he turned around and said that certain people in his family was treating him bad and, you know, like playing him to the left. So he was like, he found out that, oh, they seen the documentary. And he was like, no, I need to come out. But I really think it was the first one that Mendenhall and JG, all of them died. And that's when he felt like, well, shit, ain't nobody. But he didn't count on Youngblood coming out because Youngblood was there. He didn't count on Jonathan Schwartz, which did the documentary, came out on Big Lee channel and gave the whole rundown and said it wasn't no script or none of that. Mark was a willful participant, and then Mark gonna lie and say, "Oh, he said he was gonna speak on my behalf on the parole board."
Man, go ahead on, man. Look, stop it, man. I'm getting dizzy even listening to the rest of them lies. I do not understand why is he. If the producer done came out, here it is, Youngblood right there on the yard with him. Why is he still trying to defend this? Man, go sit your gay behind down somewhere, man, and get off these people's social media channel, fool.
Or embrace it. Embrace it like Fleece.
Embrace it. Like, yeah, if he wants some clout, there you go. Turn it to another Fleece. He can go on different people. Look, here it is. And he already got the documentary. Just go ahead, come on now, turn it to another Fleece, and he gonna be on different people's panels and do all that. You know, all that. He might do a 20 verses and all that if he want that much clout.
But I had it lined up for him. But he went over there with the ex-gay porn star, and well, you see where that's at.
Right. Man, listen. I'm sitting out here, man, in the backyard. It's getting cold. Mm-hmm. My cat hungry. My dog's in there barking. My animals are more important to me than to keep on talking about his gay behind and his fruit bat lover Beast. So look, let's go ahead and wrap this one up, homie.
All right, Toon. Hey, y'all. Hey, Toon. I need that introduction. Man. You slipping, man. I need that introduction.
Like, what do you mean? Oh, okay. What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Tony. I'm back again. Kicking it with the Dante Show. Yeah, I know.
There you go. Hey, if y'all are not subscribed to Big Toon channel, I'm sorry, not Big Toon, Mr. Tony channel, go over there and subscribe right now. All right?
Foundation Nation.
All right, Toon. Take care. We'll talk later.
Bet it up.
All right. Yep. Yo.
Hey, Dante.
Yeah, legendary interview, man. Legendary.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, man. It's Mark asked when that CEO come up. When the CEO come up, oh man, it's gonna be awful. It's gonna be awful. And you know what? See, cats be sitting up there thinking, oh, Dante be stirring up drama. He just told y'all, he reached out to me about it. And it's rightfully so, because he know that I could get in contact with Mark. That's all that was.
No, Dante, you do though. You do stir the pot. Sometimes the drama do come to you, but you even some of the questions you was asking and some of the things you like to stir it up a little bit. You like to throw a little bit, add your own ingredients to it.
If you ask the question, be humble. If you ask the question, wouldn't you want me to read your question? I'm just asking. We got 150. We got 160.
Hey, I'm on your side, bro.
Wait.
You like to stir the pot.
We got 160 people watching, and now we got 250 people on Facebook watching. It's some questions that I could have asked that was fine, and I'm like, no, because it's not that we got beef with Mark. We don't got beef with Mark. It's just Mark need to get away from that guy. Matter of fact, Mark, there's room over here in the Terror Dome for you. Mark is being mismanaged. Mark is being mismanaged. And I know it's all about the paper, Mark. If you wanted some money, Mark, I could have put something in your cash app, man. You need to get rid of that dude. Because that dude don't know how to manage you. Come back over to the Terror Dome. We still got your little bed right there. Get your little doggy bone. Get your
little pink cup.
Little pink cup. And just get over here. And that's why I said, like, I don't know. Top Beast is just he's very disgruntled. He's a disgruntled fan. And that's all that is. And he was clout chasing and it blew up in his face. So that's really it.
No, you're right, man. There isn't beef maybe with Mark. Mark makes his own, he makes his own situations. That's on him, right?
At the end of you're right in this, because at the end of the day, everybody is grown, including Mark. So I can't make excuses for him. I can't make excuses for him. Because like I said, I don't hate Mark. I don't hate Mark at all. I don't hate Top Beast. I'm really disappointed in Top Beast. Like not for content or nothing. I don't hate Top Beast. I don't hate Mark, but I'm really just.
Damn.
I give Mark a somewhat an excuse because he's a bozo in the brain, but Top Beast is the one that I have an issue with. But I'm really disappointed in Top Beast too, because it's like Top Beast claimed that he know how to do social media and all that, but the way that he going about it is whack and it's lame. And he want to say, when I called Toon earlier, I was like, Toon, no, don't do it. Let's not do the interview, right? He explained to y'all, but I told him the reason why I told Toon let's not do the interview is because I said, you know what? You just became a Christian, right? You just became a Christian. And I feel like this right here is something small. I don't want this to trigger something for you to go back to your old ways and, you start feeling some type of way, right? But Toon is a guy of honor, and he's a guy of honor, and it's like, he felt like, well, Dante already told you that we're going to do the interview, so I got to keep my word because that's how Toon is, right? But instead of him coming on and just going with lethal assaults that everybody wanted to let everybody know what Mark was doing. And then don't worry about that, y'all. That's coming. The CEO is coming. The CEO is the one that's going to give y'all that, right? And then y'all keep forgetting. We don't need Toon to do that. We got Youngblood. Youngblood walked that yard with Mark. Youngblood knows the ins and out. He's seen everything that Mark did. So that's the person that needs to be up here telling y'all what he's been telling y'all what Mark been doing, right? But y'all want to hear from multiple sources. Y'all just heard Toon clarify it. Everything that y'all want to know about, yeah.
Did Youngblood and Mark have a falling out?
No. They had a falling out after Youngblood came out and started telling what was going on. When Youngblood came out, he didn't even mention Mark. Mark jumped the gun and started going in on him. And then Youngblood like, hold on, is that? I know that ain't. That's Moo Moo? And we're like, who the fuck is Moo Moo? That's Lamark Moore. That's Mark Moore. That's the gay guy that was in the. That's the gay guy that was in the term. I know him. So
Young Moo.
That's how that came about. And Youngblood had it was just like be humble. You was in the service and you see a guy that you was in the service with, and he over there cutting up. And you know he was soft, right? And you like, hold on, man, he ain't even like that. What did you do, man? Be quiet, man. Right? And you like, man, no, that's dude, man.
What the fuck is that shit?
Dante.
Mark Moore.
Oh,
My name not Mark no more. They call me Dookie Finger. My name is Dookie Finger.
that's cold-blooded. What's going on, Arden?
Oh, it'd be like me, right? Like if like people who worked with me when I was in the Navy, right? And I just come out trying to act all hard and shit. Like people know I was a fruitcake. You get what I'm saying? Like it'd be like the same thing, I guess. That analogy would like literally apply to me if I was like trying to like start a YouTube channel about the military and trying to say I was doing a whole bunch of shit I wasn't doing. Right? I feel like that would be like the same logic there. It's like, why would you do that? Like to be yourself.
Yeah, Mark. Look, on the real, I don't hate Mark. I don't got an issue with Mark. I just got an issue with things that Mark do. And Mark do a lot of foul shit. Mark does a lot of foul shit. And the thing about it is Top Beast is so thirsty. Like he
I saw that shit double playing.
Huh? What you say, BGD no?
Nah, my thing double talking.
Yeah. He just Top Beast, like I don't understand it because it's like they go live every day, but they not making no money. And I'm like, what? Why? But then I know Mark. I done had conversations with Mark behind Top Beast's back, right? Of Mark calling me, telling me certain things like, man, this motherfucker don't know what he's doing, man. Top Beast, he got too much going on. Man, I'm bored, man. I don't want to talk about this political shit, man. Yeah, Dante, I don't want to talk about the gay shit, Dante, but I do kind of miss the limelight. I do like a lot of controversy, but I don't want to talk about the gay shit, man. I'm trying to move away from that. I said, okay, Mark, check this out. And this was months ago, y'all. Y'all remember when this happened, when this blew up. And I said, Mark, I tell you what, we'll start over. We'll watch the documentary, and we'll, just do interviews about the documentary. Mark turned around, have a conversation with Top Beast, and then he go live throwing subliminals and talking about I don't need no bigger platforms to help me, and I'm on my lonely and all this and that. But then when I got up on there and it started exposing them, Top Beast was looking crazy as hell. Like, hold on, how the fuck is Dante? How do Dante know my business? How do Dante know about what me and my ex-wife got going on and how the hell my truck is broke down? Matter of fact, how do Dante know this if Dante don't supposed to have your number, Mark? How did he got this? So Top Beast can play that stupid role and try to, but you know what I think it is? Honest to God, I'm not going to put this on Top Beast and Mark because I don't know for this to be true. I don't know. So I'm going to say allegedly. But who the fuck go out their way? You got a truck route that starts in California and ends in New York City, and you take a detour down to Alabama, and you go get Popeyes with Mark and end up at McDonald's. And this shit looked weird. Like, who does that? And then you didn't know Mark. And that's a fact. That's a fact. He took the video down, but that's a fact. Now watch this, y'all. About a month later, Mark ends up in the hospital. Top Beast only known this man for a month. And he gets on here. Let me put myself in full blast. Hold up. He get up in here. Y'all pray for Mark. Please. Y'all pray for Mark. Oh, God, please. Lord, take me instead, please. Lord, please. Mark don't deserve this shit. Cuz. Is he a crib? Cuz. Mark don't deserve this, God. Please. Please take me instead. This is so fucked up, man. It's so fucked up, man.
Take me
oh
instead.
My God. He go, oh my God. This is so wrong, man. Big crocodile tears. God, take me. Take me instead. I swear to God, Lord, don't do this. Don't do this shit, bro. Cuz, don't do this. Mark, please. Hey, y'all, this for real. I'm not even trolling. This real shit, cuz. This real shit. Y'all pray for Mark, man. And Dante, you a whole ass nigga. You a whole ass nigga, Dante, cause this shit for real. And y'all want to make jokes. I swear to God, man. God, why? Why? Come on, man. A whole month? A whole month? Yo, this dude that's why I said it gotta be something. Ain't no way I'm crying for a man that I don't know.
Mark turned him out.
Hey, I know this is Top Beast in the comment section. Hey, Top Beast, click the link. You claim that you this super tough guy, this big old. Hit the link, Top Beast. Stop hiding behind these fake accounts and hit the link. If you want to address me like a man and stop doing them fixing traits. Or you gonna get back on here crying, please, oh God, take me instead. What did you mean when you was praying to God? Please take me instead. Please take me instead. Why would you want to die for Mark? I'm just trying to figure that out. What's going on with you? What I mean, y'all went on a dinner date, a bromance date. Like what's Arden? Arden, where you at? Now you a part of that world, Arden. So let me ask you a question. If two men that don't know each other, if one man traveled thousands of miles, right, to go see another man that he don't know that got sexual allegations against him, and they go to Popeyes and a McDonald's date, what do that look like to you? Your mic is muted.
Oh, am I muted?
No, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. It looks like they're probably into that. Like I said, they're into that, right? Like for me, I wouldn't go no more than 5 miles down Blanding. You get what I'm saying? But there's some people out here going like, there's some people out there that will go 200 miles after someone. Like if you're saying thousands, I feel like that's like, it's undeniable. So like,
man, listen, I'm about to pull it up in real time. I did this before. I'm about to do it again. I'm about to pull up the distance that Top Beast traveled out of his way. Keep that in mind. Out of his way. And I just want to know why. I need to know why. Well, like this is madness. Where the Google Maps at? Google Maps. Okay, let me see something. This is some real freaked out shit right here. It's freaked out. Let's see, California. Okay.
I don't understand people who like drive that far out for something. Like if there's nobody in your immediate area, especially if you live in California, it must be popping out there. I never been in California. Actually, I was in there temporarily, but like.
Man, look. Okay, I'm finna pull it up
In
here.
California, it must be so easy. Why would you need to go all the way out there for someone? I don't know.
This shit is weird, man. Hold on, Artie. Even for your standards, Artie, ain't this weird?
Okay, like the furthest I drove out for someone was like 30 miles, but that was because I was already dating them, and like they moved after, like it was like a long term. Remember I was saying about that long term relationship? That was the only time. It was like they were like, yeah, they're about 30 miles, 25 miles out north.
Look,
That was
look
the
at
only
this.
time.
Look, this is the distance that
What,
this
they
man.
drove that? They didn't fly it?
No, he would. Top Beast is a truck driver. He's supposed to.
Oh.
You see the
Wait,
map,
it's
right?
not that bad then. Wait, is it that bad that my dad's a truck driver? Like I've gone across the country. It's not really. You're working, right? You just go. You can go stop
No.
on places while you're there.
No,
It makes
no.
sense. That makes more
This,
sense.
this was out the way. He's supposed to went from San Francisco to New York. You see that? San Francisco
okay.
to New York. He made a detour and went to right here to Alabama. You
Yeah,
see
I
that?
see. Yeah.
This man drove 32 hours, 2,124 miles.
Even if he made a detour like that, like if he's a trucker, you're used to like driving like that. You get my dad's a trucker, like that's like nothing. Like going across the country like that, like that's like a week. Like it's,
The whole point is Dante saying that the shit was crazy for him to go that far for another dude.
It is crazy. But like at the same, it's like a trucker has different standards. That's what I will say. My dad's a trucker.
That's some crazy
like they
shit
can
right
handle
there.
that more.
Yeah, but look at this. Look at that distance. When you compare this,
Yeah, I see.
Look, he drove the distance of South America from Peru to the South Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, look at that. He drove from Peru all the way through Brazil and the smaller country to the South Atlantic Ocean. He drove the whole distance of Africa.
Why doesn't he come on the live? He said he's in the comments. Why doesn't he come in the live?
Because he like that's the shit that he does, man. He make these fake accounts and then he wanna act like he's somebody, say, oh, Dante gay or something, then he'll run off and act like he's somebody else. But I know it's him. Because that's the shit that he do. But then he want to get on here and say he the biggest crip in the universe and he don't bag down to no man. And if he can say it once, he has said it twice, which he stole from me. It's like, okay, well, get your ass up here and explain. Get your ass up here and explain yourself. But like I said, the whole thing about it, like I told Toon earlier, I said, Toon, maybe you shouldn't do it. Just let it go. It's really not worth it. It's really not really worth it, Toon, right? And he was like, man, we said what we said or whatever. And my whole thing is, Mark, I know you. Let me pull myself up. Mark, I know you, and you know that I know you, and you know what we talked about. If you want the money, Mark, come back over here. Come back over here listen, you gotta take a couple beatings. You gotta take a couple whoopings. You got to, because here's the thing, y'all. I understand Mark wanting to get away from, the documentary, but you can't, man. That's who you are. That's who you are. You can't just get out here and be a chameleon. Like, this is what are you known for? And this is where the jealousy and the envious shit come from that he got towards Toon. Because Toon whole makeup is gangbanging and violence. Back then. Up until recently. Right? And Mark whole makeup and get down and jacket is, oh, well, this was the gay guy and turned out sexual assault. And Mark don't want to be known for that. And that's very understandable. That's very understandable. But then again, Mark, you did it. And Mark has said this many times. I know I did that documentary. If I could go back and take it back, I will. Right?
Hey, Dante, you looking at these comments?
No, I don't. What you see?
Some dude talking about he want to come on and explain himself or some shit.
Explain himself.
The dude you were saying that you thought was top. I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know. The nigga can hit the link.
That was
Okay,
that was special
when you
treatment
say
and shit.
comments,
That
when
was
you say
special
comments, what
treatment.
comments are you referring to? The one I see is like the YouTube chat.
Chat, motherfucker, comment, whatever.
Oh.
Shit.
No, but who's saying they're trying to come in on the YouTube chat? Oh.
That's
Oh,
a
I
problem with
see, I
y'all
see,
young
I see.
motherfuckers. Y'all get too
Oh, I
damn
see.
specific. You know what
I
the
got
hell I
two
mean?
screens. I got two screens. I didn't see it.
That person just trolling. But the thing about it, man, this dude is, I don't know, man. Mark, and I get it. No man want to be known of being a sexual deviant. No man want to be known as, you know, a guy that has sex with other men. I get that. I totally understand that. But at the same time, Mark, like you said in that documentary, you said that you strongly believe that you should not do something that you ain't proud of or you're going to regret or something. That's what you said, Mark. So if it's like that, then be that then. Just be it. You can't, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you, Mark. But just like he said, live your damn truth. I mean, and if you keep talking about you want to get away from the gay shit, you know what's funny? Now something else just came to mind. Y'all remember Just J?
Right.
Just J was the third wheel over there. Just J, Top Beats kicked Just J out of their circle because he was like, no, that's a bad look. That's a bad look. Don't have a cross-dresser on connected to us. But dude, you are the zesty one. Just J, keep quiet. Just J just don't throw his sexuality out there. We don't even know what Just J really is. But the thing about it is, it seemed like Top Beast done isolated Mark like a jealous woman and said, I don't want no competitors. I don't want no competition. In the way how they be calling it, well, how Top Beats be calling Mark bitches and stuff, like, nah, bitch. He just sound like he just so feminine. Like, I think I get it, but then again, I can't put, due to my convict code, I can't call Top Beast a homosexual because I don't know for a fact. I was told that he's an ex-gay porn star. I even heard him say that he did porn. Top B said he did do porn. Now, he can clarify that. Was it gay porn? Was it a threesome, two guys and a girl? I don't know. So it ain't like I'm just pulling this out my ass. It's at the point that we don't even want to know. My whole thing is this. If you want to be Mark, if you want to get away from the gay shit and these allegations, because they're not even allegations. Once this CEO come out in a couple days, and like I said, one of the most terrifying things that this CEO told me, he said, Dante, that shit that y'all heard in a documentary about Limestone, I was there at Limestone and I was there at Easterling. He said, that shit that y'all heard about that Mark was doing there, that ain't nothing. That's light. He said, I had to pull Mark off of a man. He said he was doing his nightly rounds or whatever. And he said he heard some moaning noise. And when he got to the door, he seen Mark on the man. And he told him, hey, cut that shit out. And Mark wouldn't get off the man. So he said he cracked the door open to go in there and bust Mark in his back with the damn billy club and grabbed Mark by his shoulders and pulled Mark up out of the man.
That's nasty as shit.
Listen, Dino, listen. He said he didn't pull him off. He said, I pulled Mark up out.
Oh my God, yo.
Pulled him up out. Like up, out of this man.
Dante, wow.
I know, B. I know, but Hubble. You gotta. What would you say, Humble, if a CEO called you, giving you the rundown?
I think the CEO got to be a little fruity, man, to pick somebody up out somebody. Yo. He got that.
He was doing his job. He had to get them detached. He had
I
to.
would have got a stun gun or some shit. Throw some hot water on his ass like you do 2 dogs or something.
But he probably would have injured the other guy, because if he electrocuted
I mean, that
Mark,
motherfucker was already injured if that nigga was on top of him like that.
when he's because if he sting Mark, right, if he
Right.
electrocute Mark, won't that electricity flow into the other man since Mark was
Nigga, that is so nasty to even think about, yo. Oh my god, yo.
That's crazy.
Yo, that's nasty as shit.
Also, y'all, if anybody want to react to my content, I'm giving everybody permission. Everybody got permission. I will not copyright strike you. I will not nothing. Everybody got full permission to react to all my videos, good or bad. Okay. Just put hashtag the Dante Show Network in your title and in the description. If you don't do that, then I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. I promise to God I'm coming for you. Right? Now, look, what I'm still stuck on is, how do you meet a man that you only known for 1 month? Because the signs has always been there. You sit up there screaming and hollering at a camera, God, take me. Mark don't deserve this. Take me instead, Lord. Take me.
I remember that shit too. I thought Mark died or something. I was like, that shit was confusing as a motherfucker. I don't know. That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy, man.
But the behind the scenes shit that I wanted to, because he had tried to paint it as, oh, Dante is the shit starter. It's a lot of shit that I just don't say. But since he want to run his mouth and try to paint a brush on me in a negative light, my thing is this, man. Top Beast, you cried. Mark isn't a blood relative to you, right? Mark is not no blood relative. Why then would you cry online? But then Top Beast, a couple months after that, where behind the scenes you told Mark, don't fuck with Dante. We don't fuck with him no more. Change your number. This just like a man getting with a woman and be like, I don't want you talking to no other nigga. Change your motherfucking number. All right. I'll change my number. All right. Damn. And then Mark called me like, hey, man, what's up, Dante? I'm like, who is this? And then I said, oh, what's up, Mark? He was like, man, this some bullshit, man. This nigga Top Beast, man, he don't know what the fuck he doing, man. I ain't made no motherfucking money since I've been on this shit with him, man. But he got all these family issues going on. His ex-wife putting him through the ringer. He broke his truck down and he getting sued and all this shit, man. But anyway, man, look, I wanna, do some shit and get back on, man, because I need to make some money. And I want to make some money, man. I'm tired of doing this shit for free, man. So, and I do admit, I like the limelight, but hey, I want to do the gay shit. No, I don't want to talk about the gay shit. And I'm like, Mark, that documentary will always be a part of you. He was like, man, I know, but man, I don't want to bring up like Reva, Hit, Eddie, and Big Ox and Queen Dorothy. I said, listen, Mark, we start this over. We go from the beginning. Look at the documentary and just talk about it, right? And he was like, all right, man, well, yeah, we matter of fact, I said, Mark, you remember the first interview that we did? I said, go back to that spot. And this is where it was revealed to me, y'all, about the truth about that house that he was living in. He was like, man, Dante, I got to tell you, bro, man, me and Chris, we done got into it, man. He done kicked me out. I'm living in a mission right now. Do y'all remember last night when Youngblood was like, Dante, that's not a homeless shelter. No. He said, Dante, that's not a boarding home. That's a place like right before you get homeless, you can go to or whatever, like a rescue. That's what Mark was at. So basically, like I told y'all, Chris is a wealthy guy, right? Y'all remember almost a year ago, people was wondering like, how the fuck can Mark afford that big ass house on all them acres of land? He got this souped up diesel truck, but he working at the gas station. Y'all
Right.
remember?
Right.
It didn't add up because Mark don't got no military background where he got a GI Bill or get some supplement. He don't got no income coming in, but from the gas station and for the disability that he got. But that shit don't equate to you got this $300,000. I looked up the comps. You got you living in a $300,000 house on 15 acres and driving this souped up double twin diesel, big ass souped up F 450 truck. Nah, something ain't adding up. And then that's when he told me. He was like, nah, man, that's Chris shit, man. I be house sitting. When he go like to Europe and Spain or wherever, that's where I be at. And that's when I found out. See, y'all thought I was joking. Y'all thought I was joking when I was telling y'all about the white guy that Big Ox put Mark on. That's why Mark keep on trying to diminish Big Ox, because Mark fucked over Big Ox. Big Ox still. This is why I say Mark is a piece of shit, y'all. This is why Mark is a piece of shit. Big Ox probably ain't never coming home. Never coming home. If it wasn't for Big Ox, Mark, you would not known Chris. If it wasn't for Big Ox, the white woman that gave you that bus ticket that you cheated on out there in Colorado, that kicked your black ass out and you was homeless, until Big Ox again looked out for you, that got you in touch with Chris, and you been there at his house. Give Big Ox his money. Big Ox is living off of hope. Big Ox is sitting up there just hoping somebody put something on his bitch. You owe Big Ox. You owe Big Ox, Mark. Pay that man. And y'all put Big Ox in the comment section. Everybody put Big Ox in the comment. BIGOX. Or just put free Big Ox. Because, Mark, you owe that man. You owe that man, Mark. You owe him. You owe him, Mark. You know what? No, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that because that'd be wrong of me. What Mark and Big Ox had going on, you know what I'm talking about, you know, however he put Mark on or whatever, I shouldn't intervene in that. But Mark, you's a foul, dirty motherfucker. You's a foul motherfucker. You foul, Mark. This man put you on. You would not have nothing if it wasn't for Big Ox. You wouldn't have nothing. And that's the crazy thing, man. It's like Big Ox, he barely can do anything in prison. And you out here in the free world, I mean, damn. $10 is everything to Big Ox. That's $10. And it's like you can't give him that. $5? $20? Like, damn, Big Ox in there losing all hope of never coming home. And you can't send him nothing? That's a shame, man. Mark, you was prime evil. You prime evil, Mark, and that's wrong. Even if you wasn't in the military, Mark, you don't leave a comrade, a brother behind, because Big Ox was your brother, Mark. And this is how I guess it ain't no surprise. It ain't no surprise, Mark. You know, you betray everybody, but then you want to get on here and say you the victim. You the victim, Mark? I got you. You the victim. I really hope that I get the honor that one day Big Ox and me can actually get on the phone and talk. Because, yeah, the CEO, he going to come out and throw out all your dirty laundry. He gonna put it out there. But I want to know the conversations, the intimate conversations where you and Big Ox had. You should have never fucked over Big Ox, Mark. And you keep on trying to diminish his name. You're trying to bury him. You like, fuck it, let him die, right? Fuck it, let Big Ox die. Let his memory just fade away. You's a rotten, no good, dirty motherfucker. That man can't do nothing. He living off the land in prison. Living off the land. They ain't got nobody looking out for him. Nobody helping him. And he put you on. And then when you get out, you turn it. And then when you got out and got into that jam in Denver, Colorado, like, come on, Mark. He still looked out for you. He put you on a course with Chris. He put you on a course with Chris that dictated your life for the next 15 years, Mark. You are still eating, living, driving off of what Big Ox helped you with, and you can't send that man $1? $1, Mark. You be smoking them cigarettes. You know what, Mark? When your ass go to Popeyes, since you love Popeyes so damn much, all that money that you spend a month on Popeyes, you don't ever think about Big Ox. You don't never think about, well, maybe let me just throw a little something on Big Ox. You can't sacrifice, huh? You can't sacrifice for Big Ox one time. I just, these are the things that I wonder about. You can't sacrifice a chicken dinner just one time. You're a selfish, no good, dirty, rotten motherfucker. That's what you are. Yo, Top Beast, stop writing in the comment section and just click the link and address me. You just don't stop, do you? You refuse to stop. Stop coming under these fake accounts and address me like a man. But you won't do it. Because you it's like you and Mark is deep undercover. Y'all deep undercover. Listen, y'all. The last video that I'm going to do, because this getting draining. This getting real draining. The last video that I'm going to do covering Mark is when the only time I'm going to go live from here on out is either when a victim comes out that Mark did something to, or CO, right? A victim or a CO that was there and bear witness of what Mark did. That's when I'm gonna go live. Why? Because it's getting to the point where it's like, why? Well, let's go to a quick commercial break. Have you sent your weekly donation to support the Dante Show Network? If not, that's okay. I got you. We are now. Hold on. Have you sent your weekly donation to support the Dante Show Network? If not, that's okay. I got you. We are now accepting Cash App, Zelle, and PayPal. All gifts and donations are highly appreciated. On another note, now I can't get over this Big Ox thing, y'all. I can't. I know people got friends out there, a road dog. Everybody done had like a road dog, right? A homie, a home girl, right? That was your dog. That y'all had each other back. And then just because you get into a better predicament, like Mark got out of prison, Mark was going to be homeless, y'all. Homeless. Mark was going to be homeless when he got out of prison, y'all. Imagine being locked up for 19 years. And the only thing that you can that you know was coming to you before he met Big Ox is that you about to get this big ass brown paper bag, maybe $20, and all your prison shit, and these white see-through bags. Where you gonna go, to the woods? Where are you going? Your family wouldn't take you in. Like, where was you going to go? That's why I said, y'all, Big Ox do not deserve what Mark put him through and what he's going through right now. And it's sad. It's really fucked up how he did Big Ox. Did him dirty. Mark would be homeless and really fucked up if it wasn't for Big Ox. Mark would really be messed up in this world, y'all, if it wasn't for Big Ox. And Mark got the nerve to get up here and dishonor Big Ox and try to minimize his name and act like he wasn't a big factor of Mark Moore becoming just even on the real, y'all. Mark could possibly be homeless right now if it wasn't for Big Ox. Big Ox set the tone for Mark living situations when he got out of prison. Yo, Mark, I know you listening. Anybody that rock with Mark, yo, Mark, go send Big Ox some money. Go send that man some money. You get up on here talking about, oh, if any, I don't gang bang no more. I'm not a blood no more. But if any of my blood brothers call me and say, hey, I'm fucked up right now, or I need some gas money, I'm gonna send it. Okay, then send Big Ox some of that money. Send, when you get your paycheck, won't you take 10% out of it and send that money to Big Ox? Because when you really think about it, Big Ox is the reason why you employed now. If Big Ox didn't set you up for your living situation that you are in right now, years later, you wouldn't even have that job, Mark. You is an ungrateful motherfucker. You are a very, you know what Mark is? Mark is Judas from the Bible that betrayed Christ. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Let's think about it. Judas watched Jesus turn water into wine. Judas watched Jesus walk on water, healed the blind, healed the sick, right? And then Judas did some nigga shit, right? The same stuff that Mark do. Judas probably was the first nigga on record, right? Judas betrayed Christ. Mark betrayed Big Ox. And he got the nerve to get up on social media knowing who he left behind. Knowing who he left behind in that penitentiary. Anybody that been to jail before, it's a hopeless place. Well, I guess for Mark, it really didn't matter because he found love in a hopeless place, right? Mark found love in a hopeless place. Mendenhall. It's like, you know what? Where's that? Let me play the documentary right quick because this getting frustrating. Because Mark got a debt that needs to be paid. Where is it at? This is it. Hold on, y'all. I got you. Mark, I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you, Mark.
They fuck ass. They smoke dope. He running tattoos.
Where's the video? Hold on. Where is it at?